Washington, D.C. is not a state despite it having a population bigger than 2 actual states and paying the highest federal taxes per capita when compared to other states, and yet they can't vote on any federal laws that control them. 86% of D.C. residents want statehood, so why has it been denied this for over 200 years, and will that be about to change? In 1790, Washington, D.C. was created as its own district between Virginia and Maryland, although this changed in 1846 when D.C. residents on the Virginian side were fed up with their lack of freedoms and the fact that slavery was illegal in the district, and so it was returned back to Virginia. After the American Civil War, D.C. had now reached the population required for statehood, yet it would go on to lose more of its representation. It already wasn't allowed to vote in the Electoral College, but since D.C.'s 1/3 black population could now vote and participate in local government, Congress took away this power from all residents and gave it to the president instead, whom they still couldn't vote for. All of this would be changed a century later after the Civil Rights Movement. So racism was a big reason, but this was 60 years ago, and it's not telling the full story. DC residents consistently and strongly vote for Democratic candidates. This would be bad for the Republican Party if DC became a state, since it would gain 2 senators and a seat in the House of Representatives. Although probably the biggest reason behind why DC is not a state is also for the same reason why the Founding Fathers purposefully made it separate from any other state. This was because if, say, Richmond became the nation's capital, Virginia could gain tremendous amounts of power over and heavily influence the government due to its proximity to the capital. It just would not be fair to the other states if Virginia had this power. This exact idea applies to Washington, D.C. It becoming a state would lead to a super state, which many call unconstitutional because it could use its power to promote policies that would help itself while hurting other states. This is probably why a recent bill to make D.C. a state failed, and why a 2019 Gallup poll found that 2/3 of Americans don't support D.C. statehood. Curiously, it's almost the exact opposite for Puerto Rican statehood. So does this mean that Puerto Rico is likely to soon become the 51st state? I answer exactly that in this video. Thanks for watching.